If you're looking for a simple, easy, healthy, yet flavor-packed recipe for your lunches this week, this recipe is for you. With 500 calories per serving and over 50 grams of protein, this buffalo chicken mac and cheese is easily a meal prep favorite, and for good reason, because it's unquestionably delicious. So let's jump in on how to make it. We'll first start with our chicken, for which I'm using 710 grams of chicken breast here. We'll season the chicken very simply with 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and then 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And once halfway, we'll give the chicken a flip, and then we'll season the other side with the same seasonings there. And you can cook the chicken however you like. I'm grilling my chicken before throwing it in the oven here, but if you simply wanted to bake the chicken, or perhaps boil it and then shred it afterwards, you can do that too. Putting it in an air fryer would be a convenient option as well if that's available to you. And then once the chicken has some color on both sides, I'm going to pour in 50 grams of chicken stock, which will help add some flavor and keep the chicken moist. Then we'll throw this in an oven set at 250 degrees Fahrenheit until the chicken reaches 165 internally. While that's cooking, we'll make our mac and cheese, for which obviously we'll first start with our pasta. We'll bring water up to a boil and then season our pasta water with salt, and then we'll pour in 230 grams of macaroni pasta. And as I always note, we're using the Bonza brand of pasta, which is made from chickpeas and thus has higher protein than traditional flour-based pasta. You can find this brand in most grocery stores, but certainly online if not in store. Once our pasta is cooked through and al dente, we'll drain the pasta and then follow up with a few ingredients here. First, we'll add in 90 grams of whipped Greek cream cheese, which will help make it creamy. Then I'm going to add in 150 grams of a mix of cheeses here. I'm using 50 grams of mild cheddar, 50 grams of Monterrey Jack, and then to create a stringy consistency, 50 grams of mozzarella cheese as well. And then to smooth it out, we're going to pour in 4 ounces of cashew milk. Now, of course, you don't have to use this cheese mix if you simply wanted to use mild cheddar to keep it simple. That'd work perfectly fine too. It's your preference here. As you'll notice, I'm not putting everything in at once. I want to add the cheese and milk in increments to help keep everything smooth here as I mix it up. And also, I didn't add all 150 grams of cheese in the pot here. I'm reserving roughly 20 grams or so for later. But once this is all mixed well, we'll hit the pasta with a pinch of salt and then some freshly cracked black pepper over the top as well. Now we can set that off to the side and get back to our chicken. Once our chicken reaches 165 internally, we can go ahead and shred it up. And shred it up in the pan here so all of your chicken absorbs and gets coated by that chicken stock and the fond that's been loosened from the bottom of the pan. Once that's shredded how you like it, or diced how you like it if you prefer that, we'll then pour in 150 grams of buffalo sauce. And once that's mixed well, we can now go in with our mac and cheese from earlier, and then we'll give that all a good mix as well. And finally, we'll top this off with our reserved cheese blend from earlier, the roughly 20 grams or so, and then put this under the broiler until it's nicely melted. And here we are. And before we prep our lunches, I want to hit this with some freshly cracked black pepper over the top because I prefer it, but that's certainly optional. But now we can get on prepping our lunches for the week or whenever you plan on eating them. If you have extra room in your numbers, you can always add some ranch over the top or blue cheese if that's your preference instead. And you can always add more buffalo sauce too if you like. I'm adding some green onion over the top of mine, which is optional here, but I do like the subtle oniony bite it gives the dish. But anyways, your lunches are now prepped for the week and certainly one you're not going to regret making. As usual, here's the macro and ingredient overview for the dish, all of which can be found in the description below or on our website, which is also posted in the description below. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. We'll be posting more recipes in the future, so please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this and found it helpful.